Okay, for our first card, we have the Five of Swords. Doesn't look like a very positive card, does it? Definitely a fist fight going on here. I call this card the troublemaker. The person that is literally just spoiling for a fight. So, this can indicate that there's a lack of sensitivity or concern for others. This can also indicate, a breakup, a severing of ties. This could be within love, but this could also be within a friendship, even a partnership. This just in general, this can indicate a severing of ties with someone. This is like an unfair application of power. Sometimes this can indicate an unethical type of victory. This can also indicate deceptive actions, possibly coercing others, being sly, cunning, manipulation. This can also indicate gossip. This can also indicate developing a bad reputation. This can also indicate stealing something away. This could be a material object, this could be money, but this could actually be energy or power. So, this can also indicate disgrace, too. So, yeah, not a very good vibe to start this out with. It seems you guys are definitely going through it. Now, this could, more than likely, this is going to be you guys, okay? Because this is the card position for you guys. But, for some of you, this could be indicating a situation that you're going through. Perhaps you're the recipient of some of this, and perhaps some of you are dishing this type of behavior out. There is a huge desire to start conflict. Or maybe the conflict isn't necessarily started by you, but you're ready to finish it. And sometimes it's not in the most ethical way. So yeah, I mean, if the latter is you, if you're doing some things that are not so right to get back at someone, try to turn the other cheek. I know it's hard because those type of feelings don't come from nowhere. Clearly someone hurt you, and that's why you may be reacting this way. And no one likes hearing turn the other cheek, but it really is better to just be the bigger person. It's hard. I know it's easier said than done, but it's just better to be the bigger person. Trust me, when you're the bigger person, you do get good karma points. You may feel like you don't, but actually you do. It's almost better to bless our enemy and the people who hurt us. It's almost better to pray for them and bless them and, cut them out of our life. But to each his own. Okay. This is our circumstances card. And here we have the King of Cups in the reverse position. So you guys are definitely feeling misunderstood. This card it's very emotionally volatile when it's in the reverse position. So you guys are going through some very emotionally turbulent situations. You're having very strong emotions. And sometimes, the King of Cups in the reverse position is definitely shy. But sometimes, for some of you, this will resonate. Sometimes you're not necessarily telling the whole entire truth about how you feel. But overall, this is a turbulent time. This could be taking place in your home. This could be taking place in a relationship. But there is something very upsetting going on. And it has a tendency to make you want to isolate and pull yourself back. It can make you just feel a bit moody. But overall, you just really feel like you were misunderstood. And here we have our focus card. Dun, da, da, da. We have Knight of Wands. So, it looks like there is a good change coming. So, sure, we've had a pretty shitty situation occur. Excuse my French. But that's not looking so hot. But hey, looky here. The Knight of Wands is here to say, hey, there is an approaching major change coming your way. And this change could be very unexpected as well. I mean, it can literally come out of left field at you. And this change is very, very positive. Perhaps some of you may move. Some of you may be about to take a journey or an adventure or a vacation. Whatever this situation is for you, this is an opportunity. This is an opportunity that you need to grab with both hands and go with it, because whatever change it brings you, it is a good change. It is for the best. So don't get stuck down in that depression. Be ready for this change. It's coming. Okay, this is the card position of your recent past or what is passing. So for some of you, you might still be going through this energy, but it's moving away from you. And here we have the Queen of Coins. So the Queen of Coins, she is a very financially secure and stable woman. She likes to see others succeed, especially financially. She loves children. She loves to watch the progress of people growing. She likes to do so from behind the scenes. She wants everyone to be able to be financially secure and stable. So, some of you could have taken on, perhaps channeled this Queen's energy, or some of you could have been dealing with someone here in your recent past that could have perhaps been Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Could be male or female as well. But we are going to clarify, so If you guys watch my videos every month, then you know I love details. Okay, this is the card position of the here in the now, the present. So here we have the Five of Cups. Yes, you guys have definitely experienced a loss and disappointment. So you're definitely in a process of grieving what you have lost. But you need to know that as painful as it may be right now, for whatever you lost or whomever you lost, you will get better. Time does heal. There is hope. Your hope will be renewed with love. Granted, it's a little ways down the line, but your hope is going to be renewed. Not everything is lost, okay? Yes, for most of you, you probably did experience the severing of ties, and now you're going through the grieving process. But it's not going to last forever. So just know this won't last forever. You guys you'll make it through this. And if something, if someone was removed out of your life, you need to look at it from the point of view of everything happens for a reason. Even though we may disagree sometimes, even though it may feel like, why would I ever want this? It can be revealed to us at a later time that the change that was very painful ends up being for the better. When one door closes, another opens, always. And in order to get to a better situation, you have to end a bad situation. This is very positive. So this is the card of your near future. Here we have the Strength card. So this is definitely about embracing unconditional love and understanding. You're trying to get your point across to people, and you can do so with love and compassion, which Pisces is very well known for. You guys are the souls of compassion. You don't need physical force to make a point to someone. You do it in a loving way. And this also indicates that you guys are in control of your mind and not letting the fears completely take you over. And even if you feel that you are in that position right now, that inner strength is right there, just waiting for you to acknowledge it. You're stronger than what you think, okay? You really are. Okay, this is the card position of your attitude. And this is our Pisces card, Page of Cups. So this is definitely messages of love. So many of you are focused on love. Some of you desire to be in a relationship. Some of you want to be back in a relationship. But overall, your focus here is love. Now, this could be a friendship as well. And this could even be a relationship with a family member or a sibling, But the Page of Cups is also a very psychic card as well. So maybe some of you are accessing your intuition And if you're using your intuition, you get the green light from me. Good job. Take this negative, turn it into a positive. When life gives you lemonades, make some damn lemonade, you know? Let's look at the glass as half full and not half empty. This is the card position of how other people see you. And here we have the Ten of Wands in the reverse position. So this is a heavy, oppressive, burdensome type responsibilities. Too many irons in the fire. And you guys are just like, you know what? I've had enough. I'm done. You dropped that load. And you know what? It was too much for one person to bear anyhow. You can't take on other people's responsibilities. Our own responsibilities are enough. And you're like, nope, I'm not going to do it no more. And good for you. Take your power back. Okay, this is the card position of hopes and fears. Here we have the Four of Swords. So, the Four of Swords in the reverse position, this indicates that you're coming out of a period of isolation. Perhaps you're coming out of a period of isolation to face the world again. Perhaps you're coming out of isolation to go back into a conflict, a battle, so to speak. Because in the upright position, it can indicate a truce. A temporary truce. But when it's in the reverse position, you're coming out of that isolation period. But this is in the hopes and fears position, so for right now, it seems like more of a hopeful type of thing. But we'll see how this plays out when I clarify. Okay, for the final outcome, we get the Six of Swords. So, you guys have dealt with the loss. And you're now deciding it's time to move on. It's time to move away from this situation. It's time to move away from this loss. Now, for a few of you, this can actually indicate a move. And this would be a move that's a bit of a distance from where you are now. For a few of you, this could actually indicate travel or a move that's like you have to cross water. You could do it in an airplane, or you could even cross water, in a car going over a bridge. But this is about a move where you may be moving, a great distance from where you are now. But, for most of you, this is more about within your mind, you decide, I'm going to move away from this loss. I'm going to move away from this sad situation because I'm ready for peace. And when you move away from that bad situation in your head and you decide I'm going to go forward, you find peace. Now for the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups. So this shows that you guys literally stacked your cups. You're like, I'm packing up. I'm walking away. So this can indicate that perhaps you may be abandoning a relationship or a certain situation in which you invested a lot of your time, your energy, your love. This could even very, very well be a relationship and you just decided, you know what, I'm abandoning it. It's not good for me. And this is about wanting something better. This is a spiritual quest card. You're going in search of something better. Something with higher meaning. Yeah. Very spiritual cards. Okay, let's clarify. Looky there, first card out. Eight of Cups again. Okay. Oh, that's nice. Hey, there we go. It may be rough, y'all, but it's gonna get better. Improvement is coming. It's coming. Okay. We clarify our Five of Swords. And we get the Eight of Cups yet again. So, severing of ties, perhaps even cruelly. And we have the Eight of Cups. So it's time to abandon this ship. Time to walk away. It's in the best interest for you to just walk away from this situation. It's not a positive situation, okay? It's a very hurtful situation. And you don't want to stay stuck in this type of energy, this type of situation. It's no good for you. Walk away, because there will be something better. Okay, this was our circumstances card. We had the King of Cups in the reverse position. We clarify, we get the Page of Coins. So, for a few of you, the King of Cups in the reverse position, overall this card is asking us to face an emotional situation with maturity. And a lot of times you don't want to face this situation, but you're being asked to rise up and face this situation in a mature way. We have the Page of Coins, so for a few of you, you're not wanting to, you're just flat out refusing to handle this in a mature manner, okay? Now, for some of you, this could indicate that perhaps there are some delays in receiving messages regarding money or work. A lot of times the Page of Coins in the reverse position can indicate someone who wants the finer things in life, but is simply being lazy and not working for it. You got to realize that it's not going to fall out of the sky. You got to go after it. You got to work for it. Sometimes the Page of Coins in reverse can actually sabotage a situation. Sabotage their self and make the situation worse. So you really need to be careful here on how you handle this situation. This can also indicate that you were given good, logical advice and you just refuse to take it. Okay, this was our focus card. We had the Knight of Wands. This is our change, perhaps even unexpected change, but it will be a very positive change. We clarify and we get the Seven of Wands. So the Seven of Wands, you have a lot of courage, you have the inner strength, and the stamina, and you're holding your place. This card can also indicate that perhaps there could be some stiff competition with this opportunity, but you're standing your ground. You're willing to hang on and fight if you have to get this. Now, I'm not saying go out and physically fight, you know what I mean? But you're willing to fight to obtain this position. Let's just not do this in an unethical way, okay? Let it flow freely. More times than not, you'll be able to get past that competition. Just defend yourself if needed. It'll be fine. Yeah. Okay, this was the card position of your recent past or what is passing. We had the Queen of Coins, focused on financial security. We clarify and we get the Knight of Wands in the reverse position. So thankfully for our present energy and focus, it's in the upright position. And for the past, it's in the reverse position. So it's far better that this is in the past. Now, the Knight of Wands in the reverse position, this indicates personal type conflict. You know, this can be insecurity. This can be self-doubt. This could even be a lack of self-esteem. This could be jealousy. Not very good things. This can indicate that situations at home or at work or both could be a hot mess. You know, things are just awry. They're just kind of spiraling out of control. Things are very disorganized. And perhaps the Queen of Coins was asking us to get organized. But the Knight of Wands in the reverse position is not organized. But yes, this is pretty negative. You don't want to let self-doubt rob you of opportunities. Okay, this is the card position of the present, the here and the now energy. We had our Five of Cups, which is a loss and disappointment. And now I can see why. Some of you were literally betrayed. Some of you perhaps may have had to deal with an unfaithful lover. Yes, unfaithfulness. Some of you may simply been dealing with deception and you're just tired of the lies. Some of you may have even had something stolen from you from this person that you love. But either way, they still stole away your time and your energy. All the while they may have been deceiving you or even cheating on you. Yeah, that's not a good combination. So let me just tell you this. If this is ringing true for you guys, you can't show this person the door fast enough. Trust me, get them out of your life. You don't need them. Get that nonsense out of your life. I know y'all want to be all forgiving, but you know, some people, they don't deserve a second chance. It's okay to forgive. Forgiveness is good. But that does not mean that everybody is deserving of a second chance. So for a few of you out there that are fiddling with the idea of potentially taking them back, don't. If you listen to anything at all, I highly recommend you don't take this person back. They are just not going to be good for you. They would be holding you back. And why would you want someone that's going to lie to you or cheat on you? I mean, when the trust is broken, it's broke. I mean, for some people it is possible to regain it, but I'm sorry. For me personally, if my trust is broken in such a way, especially in regards to being unfaithful, I'm done. I refuse to tolerate that. I will not deal with it. That is a hard boundary. That's a no. But this is about you guys, and you need to make your own decision. But I highly advise that you don't put up with this type of behavior from people. So this loss, while it may be very painful, it is for the better, because you don't need that type of energy in your life. You need people that are going to love you and be faithful and loyal. Well, they say ride or die. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. You want someone that is going to be all about you. You don't want someone that is going to be talking crap behind your back, spreading lies. Oh, no. We don't need none of this. That person needs to go. They need to go. Okay. This was our near future card. Here we have the Strength card. We clarify, we get the Hanging Man, which is the Neptune card, which is Pisces. And so this is about contemplating your next move, considering making sacrifices. You're ready to go into the unknown. You're ready to go in a new direction. And you know that you're going to have to leave the past behind, and you're going to be willing to do that. You're going to draw off of your strength to do that. Because you know that this is beneficial. This is for the best. Some sacrifices are worth making. And that is definitely one of them. Okay, here we had the Attitude card. We had our Page of Cups, which is you. It's Pisces. And here we have the Ace of Coins in the reverse position. So, typically with the Ace of Coins, there is a need to be very careful with your money. You don't want to overextend yourself financially. Some of you may be in a bit of a financial rut. Some of you may be having a hard time trying to get out of a situation, and it's due to finances. Some of you may have gotten involved in some sort of investment, and maybe this is just costing way too much money. And hey, for some of you might even be spending money you don't really have, perhaps on getting psychic readings. You never know. That'll resonate with a few of you. It's okay to spend money, but you got to budget, especially when you don't have much money. Is this a want, or is this an actual need? And this is what the Ace of Coins is about, is we need to take care of what we need, not what we want. What we want is, the extravagant things. What we need to survive, is the minimal, but this is what we need to be, save your money, okay? You need to save your money. And sometimes, for a few of you, this can indicate that perhaps you're trying to sacrifice love in the name of money. Be careful. I'd advise against that one. You don't want to sacrifice your heart for money. There is a happy median that you can find. You don't have to sacrifice one for the other. But trust me, this nasty relationship, that needs to be sacrificed. Let it go. Okay, this is the card position of how other people see you. We had the Ten of Wands in the reverse position. You're letting down. You're just dropping those responsibilities like, I can't do it no more. You were carrying way too much. It may have even made you very exhausted, potentially physically, mentally, emotionally, or all of the above. And you finally dropped that load and you're feeling some relief now. We clarify, we get the Four of Cups. So you may be feeling a bit discontent right now. Maybe feeling unsatisfied with your present life circumstances. And you might even be feeling a bit leery. Like, should I try to get back out there? Or should I just stay huddled up here? See, he's being offered a cup. And he's looking up at it. But body language, he don't want to reach out for it. Because he's trying to figure out, should I trust it? I don't know. So, perhaps you felt like you had something to do when you were carrying this load, and now you feel like, ugh, what am I doing? Maybe some of you are trying to find where you fit in, what you should do next. A lot of times with the Four of Cups, we're being very reflective, and we're focusing on what we've been through, and we're focusing on ourselves. But the thing about that is you don't want to put too much focus on the self. You don't want to pull yourself so far back that you are stuck within your mind, okay? Because typically with the Four of Cups, an opportunity is coming. An opportunity is going to be presented. But if you're not paying attention and you're so focused on yourself and your problems and everything that's wrong, you're not going to notice this opportunity. So, I'm not saying don't grieve, but don't get stuck, okay? Don't get stuck in that reflective mode. It's okay to go in and reflect. Just don't get stuck there, okay? Because I don't want you guys to miss a good opportunity. Okay, this was our hopes and fears position. We had the Four of Cups. This is coming out of isolation. We clarify, we get the Devil card. So, the Devil card. This is about addictions. This is about obsessions. This is about fear. This is about toxic relationships, even abusive relationships. This is bondage. This is you feeling stuck like you can't get out of a situation, but you know what? You can get yourself out of that situation. You see how this man is in the cage, but the door is open. But because of his fear, he's staying in that cage. And so for some of you, maybe you fear that if you come out of isolation, that you may go back to this type of situation. Don't give in to fear, okay? And don't let fear control your thoughts. When you start getting plagued with negative thoughts that are all fear-based, you literally need to exercise those fears like it's a damn demon. Excuse my language yet again, but exercise those fears right up out of your life like it is the freaking devil. I mean, no. Don't let the devil control your mind. Don't let the addictions, the obsessions, the fears of the devil control you. Don't allow it. And again, you guys are stronger than you give yourselves credit for. You're stronger than you think. Final outcome card, we had the Six of Swords, which is about moving away from that loss and finding peace after we move away from the loss. We clarify and we get the Six of Coins, which is a awesome card. So, Six of Coins. Perhaps some of you are going to receive some money. This could be a bonus. This could even be someone who's just literally feeling charitable and wants to help you out. For some of you, if you are trying to apply for a loan, it will be approved. But overall, this is definitely money coming your way. And perhaps this money is going to help you to move away from that bad situation. For those of you who are stuck in a bad situation that can't get out because you don't have the money, the finances are not there, it's coming. It is coming. Bottom of the deck, we have King of Coins. Hey, maybe this is who decides to donate. Maybe this is who decides to help us. The King of Coins. This is a very successful businessman. This is a man that if you ever had any financial type of questions about investing, banking, real estate, the list goes on and on. This is your king, okay? This person knows how to make money. He knows how to make wealth. And he actually enjoys helping others. And he actually enjoys being able to teach others how to build their own financial wealth. And for a few of you, this could be someone that is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn that may come into your life and may try to help you. Or perhaps some of you are going to channel this king's energy like, I can do it. And you can. Especially if you have this type of energy that's come into your life. Someone that's willing to help you, they are more than willing to help you learn how to gain your own material wealth. This is the type of king that if you have a question, don't be afraid to ask, because this person is ready, willing, and able to help. And again, it doesn't necessarily have to be a man. This could be a man or a woman. Okay, I pulled some love oracle cards. I'm not going to clarify this month, but, you know, we still have our love oracle cards. Okay, attraction. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. forgiving, and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. And I would definitely say there's going to be some forgiveness needed, especially, with someone that's hurt you. Now, just because you forgive doesn't mean they, are deserving of a second chance, okay? Don't get it twisted. But forgiveness is good. It's really good for ourselves because you don't want to hang on to that. When you refuse to forgive someone, then you're hanging on to a grudge, and that hurts us. It's better to forgive them so that it doesn't mess up our energy. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Yep. Release your ex. The time has come to clear your energy. Yes, time to clear your energy. Especially those of you who have had this relationship, clear that energy. And know that further down the line, there is someone much better for you. You don't need this negative type of energy in your life. They didn't deserve you. If they were being deceptive, stealing from you, whether it was literally stealing or, just stealing your energy and your time, lying to you, or if they cheated, no, they don't deserve you. They don't deserve your energy. You deserve so much better, and you need to know this. You deserve better. Don't take that from people. Release them and clear your energy. That way, you'll be ready for when the next person pops in, and at least you won't have all that grudge weighing you down, okay?
So we have one more week of this cleansing and ending and purifying from that Virgo full moon. Now we're going to head into the Pisces new moon next week. So today is this square of the sun and the moon, which is that last turning point on our road. And this is a cleansing road, a healing and purifying one with that Virgo full moon. So we're still in those energies and still working with that cleansing. So now with the Sag moon fire here, we have this double mutable energy, the sun squaring the moon. So sun in dreamy and spiritual Pisces, watery Pisces, and moon in fiery Sagittarius. And this is highlighting this square that's going to be happening all year, this dance that Jupiter and Neptune are doing. And these are the two spiritual planets. These are the two God planets. So Jupiter is that kind of one God, and Neptune is the we are all one God, that more Eastern religion where we fall into the nothingness and the oneness. That's Neptune. But these two planets, Jupiter and Neptune, are the spiritual, the higher mind, they are mutable, which is in the mind. So fire in the mind and water in the mind. So Pisces, water in the mind, is our beliefs. What do we believe in? What do we have faith in? That's Pisces. And Sag moon, it's what do we see? It's yang, positive energy, polarity, it's logical. But not very logical today because there's a lot of strong Pisces influence, and our Sag moon today will square Neptune right before it meets up with Jupiter for this big boost of expansion and optimism with Sag. So before we get to that expansion, we square with Neptune, which means this Sag light, this fire in the mind, this seeing and visioning into the future, is going underwater into Neptune land. So that's the Sagittarius submarine. So we all get into the Sag sub and we're going to vision, but it's going to be underwater. It's going to be in the dream. This is very dreamy energy, very spiritual, very religious, very higher mind. And that's the key word here, mind. All this mutable energy is all about the mind. Sag is fire in the mind. What do you see in your mind? What are these sparkling fires that are created in our minds? So it's about the faith with the Pisces, right? The Piscean faith, and then the Jupiter and Sagittarius righteousness, right? So these energies are squaring all year of Jupiter and Sag and Neptune and Pisces, of these two spiritual planets in their home signs. So I think this whole year is just pushing us to spiritual expansion. Spiritual expansion, spiritual expansion. Try to say that 5 times fast. But that's what this year is about. And if we get caught up in the square battle of it, instead of just this pushing towards expansion, where it's like faith and visioning, and faith and visioning, and they push on each other to get bigger in this spiritual expansion, or we can fight about who's right, especially with Jupiter and Sag. That's the shadow of Sagittarius, and Jupiter is this righteousness. Mine is the only way. So if we get into this fight of it's faith versus my way, then we're not channeling this energy in this spiritual expansion that we can all tap into right now. So let's go with that. And it's all about the mind. So I think that since we're in this clean out, cleansing period, preparing for this Pisces new moon next week, talk about spiritual expansion. So we're in this cleanse out. So today, the next 2.5 days are about cleaning out our minds. Jupiter wants to expand us and have us vision bigger, these 2.5 days that it lines up with Jupiter. It'll only happen 12 times this year when the moon comes into Sagittarius and it hits up with Jupiter. We only get a year of Jupiter in Sag, so let's use it and let's vision big. And if things feel fuzzy today because of this Neptune influence, remember that we're Sag submarines. We're going underwater with our light, with our fire, with our visioning and our expansion. We're going into the dream and into the compassion. So, woohoo! Spiritual expansion. Have a beautiful day. Bye.